Hey everyone, in this video we are going to talk about how to solve a quadratic equation using just square root. Quadratic equations are where you have 2 in the exponent as a highest power in an equation. So these are going to be pretty simple. They're not going to look like complicated quadratic equations. It's just going to be one term. You're going to square root each side. That's it. Hopefully. I hope they don't get harder in the next steps. I didn't check the questions out. So this right here, we have h squared equals 25. So to get the h by itself, you need to get rid of that squared. So to get rid of that squared, all we have to do is square root each side, because that's the opposite of square. Now that power and the root is going to be cancelled out. So in the next step, all you want to do is bring down the h you have on the left. That's just by itself now, and then square root of 25. Once you square root each side of an equation, you need to put plus minus to the other side. So wherever your variable is, you will square root that variable, and then you're going to put plus minus to the other side. So plus or minus, square root of 25 is 5. You can figure this out. You should know what it is, to be honest, but if not, just use a calculator, type square root of 25, but don't forget about that plus minus. What this means, one of the answers is going to be h equals 5. The other answer is going to be h equals negative 5. You don't know which one is going to be the exact answer. Both of them are going to work when we plug them in. So let me just put these answers in the boxes over here, 5 and negative 5. It didn't say put the smaller number first, so I just put them randomly. Okay, this right here, z squared equals 1. So to get the z by itself, steps are the same. Z squared equals 1. You want to get rid of that squared by doing its opposite. So square root is the way to go. These are going to be cancelled out, and then z is the left side. Right side is just plus minus, whatever the answer to this. Square root of 1 is just 1. So you have two solutions. One is plus 1, the other one is minus 1. Positive 1 and negative 1 is going to be your answers for this question. So it goes kind of like by 10 points. So I'll skip one level. Let's see if it's getting harder. Okay, we are getting there. It's not hard at all. It's just one more step. So step 1, write your equation all over again. P squared minus 36 equals 0. Now we want to think about how we can get that p squared by itself. So I want to get this term by itself right here. That should be all by itself. So in order for me to do so, I need to get rid of that negative 36. So it's subtracted, and I want to get rid of that subtraction. I need to do the opposite to each side. So plus 36 on each side, and then I got to bring down whatever I have on the left side. P squared goes to the left, equals 0 plus 36 equals 36. Now I need to get the p by itself, square root of both of the sides, and then since I did this, square root of each side, the side that doesn't have the variable should have plus minus. And then square root of 36 is 6 equals, and then these are going to cancel each other out. The only thing I have left on the left is p. So my solution is going to be positive 6, negative 6. So let's move on one more level, see if it gets harder. Okay, now we talk about whether there is a real solution or not. So with the quadratics, if there is a real solution, usually there is 2 real solutions. Sometimes it could be 1 real solution. If there's no real solution, I'll show you what that is. Okay, rewrite the equation you have, minus 87 equals 0. Step 1, get the p squared by itself. So p squared should be all by itself, plus 87. Let's just increase this. Just want to change this number. Can I? Let me see. This is too thin. Nope. Okay, not yet. Let's just use 4. Okay. Add that 87 to both of the sides, and then p squared goes down, 87 to the right. Okay, if you have this, your answer is going to be plus minus square root of 87, whatever that number is. So one solution, because of the previous steps, we do square root on each side. One answer is going to be plus positive square root of 87. The other answer is going to be negative square root of 87. So when you type those square roots into a calculator, it'll give you a number that is very close to 9.3. So that 9.3 or so, whatever it is, one positive, one negative, you would put them into the boxes if it was asking for your solutions. But these are right here. All that we care is whether they exist or not. We have two solutions, so our answer would be two real solutions because they are real numbers. For some reason, I cannot click on them. I don't know why. Okay, so two real solutions for this one. Let's see this. U squared equals 0. So get rid of that square by doing this. U equals plus square root of 0, and then U equals negative square root of 0. What this means is 0, and then that is 0 as well. So these are the same solutions. I just want to now see. I've never did these questions. So technically, there are two solutions. Like, let me just show them. This is my first solution. This right here is my first. This right here is my second solution. But in the end, they are the same number. So I just want to see what IXL thinks about these questions, because they could be like, no, that's two solutions. I just want to see it. So I would say this is just one solution. Let's just see what happens if I submit it. Okay, one real solution, because in the end, the answers are the same. Okay, let's remove all of these. And then, let me see if I skip one level, if it gets harder. No, I just want to... Okay, this is... For this, let's just do it. D squared minus 92 equals negative 35. Step 1, get rid of that negative 92. Because we are solving this for D, and to solve it for D, you gotta get rid of everything else from that side. So D squared goes down on the left, equal sign goes down, and then add these two numbers together, that is 57. So the answer to this is going to give me two real solutions. One is going to be positive, the other one is going to be negative. So I'll just pick it and then move on. And then the answer, by the way, is going to be D equals positive radical 57 and negative radical 57, just decimals. Okay, this is the part that I wanted to show you. So for this part, how many real solutions does this equation have? Step 1, just rewrite it. Step 2, try to get the variable all by itself, which means you got to do this, right? So f equals square root of negative 18. If you have a negative underneath that square root symbol, that means there's no solution. This is going to lead you to complex numbers, which you will learn in the 11th grade when you take Algebra 2. We don't deal with complex numbers in Algebra 1, so that's a complex number. Therefore, there's no real solution. No real solution, because you cannot have a negative number underneath that square root. All of the other negatives that we had was outside of the radical, or the square root symbol. So when you have a negative inside that square root, there's no real solution. Change it to this. And then there's one real solution for this one. And then two real solutions for that one. Okay, let's just do this too, because it's 78 points. Okay, this is going to be the last one. U squared minus 7 equals 93. So step 1, get rid of that negative 7 by doing its opposite. U squared equals 100, and then get rid of that square by doing this. But then in the end, you're going to need two answers, one positive, one negative. U equals positive 10, because that's what square root of 100 is, and then U equals negative 10. Find your number, put a plus minus in front of it if you are square rooting each side. So that's it for this video, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in another video.